Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. Today I have for you a Batteryman deck. I built this on stream last night and it was really fun to use. It got a lot of wins. Obviously it struggled against the top tier stuff like for hires. But everything else it had a pretty decent matchup against. I don't know if this is the most optimal build you can have since I am missing you know, a third Batteryman industrial strength. I also don't have a third micro cell, but I don't think micro cell is that necessary. Even in this deck, it's almost it almost ends up being fodder in the deck more than anything else. Let's go over the deck list. Extra deck, ignore it. I just added those. We're using beatdown skill because it's really easy to have a level 5 or higher monster on the field, and I'll go over that. So our main boss, Batteryman Industrial Strength. This card cannot be normal summon or set. This card cannot be special summon except by removing from play 2 Batteryman monsters from your graveyard. Once per turn you can remove from play 1 Thunder type monster from your graveyard to destroy 1 monster and 1 spell or trap card on the field. The important thing to know about this is that you have to destroy both. You can't just destroy 1 monster or destroy 1 spell or trap. So if your opponent does not have any spell or traps or does not have a monster, and you want to destroy the other card, you're gonna have to destroy something that belongs to you. Other than that, it's 2600 beater, very easy to summon, no defense though. We have 2 Thunder Seahorse. Thunder Seahorse is a good card, but the reason why it's only a one-of in this deck, at least for me, is because the only target I have for it is Batteryman Solar. So if I draw into multiple of those, I'm not gonna be able to activate the effect. And it also conflicts itself a little bit with Micro Cell. That's why I think Micro Cell is not really a must in the deck. There's just not anything better at the moment as far as Batteryman monsters, you know, to fill the gap. Because the only 2 targets, the only target for Micro Cell is Batteryman Solar. So if I use my horse and I draw into one of them, then my Micro Cell is dead. If I draw into one of them and I special summon one of them with Micro Cell, then my Thunder Seahorse is dead. So that's why, you know, they kind of just go together, I guess. Other than that, it's a nice 1600 beater. It's very important to know that you cannot special summon the turn you activate the effect. So it's not like you can pitch this off, search 2 monsters, and then, you know, bring out your Batteryman Industrial Strength. You can't do that in the same turn. Micro Cell is really good going first. If you open with this and you're going first, you're gonna gain so much advantage that it's a really amazing card. But if you draw into it mid or late game, it's not gonna do a whole lot. So like once you have access to your first Batteryman Solar and you know you have more than that in your hand, you're probably just gonna ditch them with the Solar effect. We have 3 Batteryman Charger. This is the beater of the deck, 1800 5-star. You can easily special summon this with a battery charger. All you gotta do is dump it. This is mainly gonna be your target every time you dump something with Batteryman Solar. If you normal summon this card, you can special summon 1 Batteryman monster except itself from your hand or deck. So you can storm the board easily once you have a charger. You know, if you tribute, you can then get a Batteryman Solar. Solar can dump something. Then you can special summon that with charger. There's a lot of plays you can do with the deck. 3 Batteryman Solar, the main engine of the deck. This card, when it's normal or special summon, you send 1 Thunder type monster from your deck to the graveyard, as I mentioned. 9 times out of 10 you're going to be sending charger, or you're going to be sending fodder like Micro Cell, just, you know, to feed the grave for your Batteryman Industrial Strength. You're also deck thinning, so the chances of you drawing into said boss monster are increased. Also, if you normal or special summon a Thunder type monster while this guy is on the field, you're gonna summon a token, and that's a mandatory effect. So it's very important to know that. The token is just Thunder type light, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense. It's fodder to increase the attack of Batteryman Charger, which it's 300 attack and defense for each Thunder type monster you control. And you can also use it for things like Econ. Sometimes I use the token with my own treacherous trap hole. If my opponent only has 1 monster and I'm trying to get rid of it, I'll destroy the token and his monster. So the token is nice, you know. 2 Forbidden Chalice, very strong in this meta. There's nothing but monster effects going on, so you definitely need some chalices. 1 Super Rush. This could be a 3rd Chalice, but I feel like 3 Chalice is overkill, so I just went with the 1 Super Rush. It would be an Econ if we still had the 3 Econs. 2 enemy controllers, self-explanatory. Battery Charger, very good card. Pay 500 life points, special summon 1 Batteryman monster from your graveyard. So you can special summon everything on the deck except for Thunder Seahorse and Batteryman Industrial Strength. So a very good utility card. It can help you swarm the board if you have multiples in the deck, because there's no, if you have multiple in hand, there's no restriction to how many you can use during the turn. It's just really good card. Solid 3-up. And then 1 Treacherous Trap Hole, because everything else are spells. Kind of a long explanation. I have been, away from recording videos for a while, so I gotta get back in the groove. Trying to talk a little bit faster and get my explanations under 5 minutes. But I feel like you'll enjoy this replays. Again, this deck was very fun to use. First, we're going up against Rex Raptor, going second. I don't mind going second because you do get an extra card. And really, if you go first, you don't gain a lot of advantage unless you have the Micro Cell. So we're going to use Solar to send to the grave a Batteryman Charger. Charger. Set my 2 back row. I went ahead and used my Thunder Seahorse and thin the deck out. Grab me 2 Batteryman Solar. But this is what I was talking about. Micro Cell is now dead. Like, Micro Cell cannot special summon anything. I can still draw off of it, but that's a little bit too slow. So Alien Telepath is going to try to destroy one of my Econs. So we're gonna go ahead and chain that and switch him into defense mode. He sets another one. I go ahead and tribute for my Batteryman Charger, special summon the Batteryman Solar in my hand, and start dumping the Micro Cells because I don't want to draw into them. I want to draw into my back row, I want to draw into my boss monsters. We're gonna see A-Cell Recombination Device into an Alien Overlord. Summons the Overlord, and also summons an Alien Warrior. And I took a pretty big gamble here. My options was to let him have the Batteryman Charger, take take some damage, take 1800 damage. I'm sorry, 2100 damage, and then use my Econ on the Overlord, or Econ take, not take any damage, and just hope that I can draw into my boss monster or something like that. So I go for the Econ take. I take no damage, draw into Battery Charger, which is very clutch. We're gonna special summon the and here I misplay, by the way. We're gonna special summon the Batteryman Charger. We're gonna get a token off of that, and I summoned the token in defense mode. I don't know why. I didn't see the math immediately. I should have summoned this in attack mode, and that would have been exact game. But instead, we're gonna have to extend the duel for 1 turn. I go ahead and suicide into his Alien Gray. I don't think he top deck. I think he already have the Evil Dragon Ananta. But all this was unnecessary. I should have lost this duel for my stupidity. But I pick up a Industrial Strength, and I just attack over his weak monster, Alien Kid, and that's enough to win the game. But yeah, totally should have won that with the token. I played it too safe, and I almost got punished for it. That's another thing that I like about this deck. It really makes you think about your plays. Obviously, you have a few things that you're always going to go to, but other than that, you have to really think about what your play is going to be in this scenario. We actually have some really cool baits and stuff that I end up doing with the deck. Yugimoto going first, so we got Spellbooks. This is the duel, boys. This is the duel, where I gotta do some crazy bait shenanigans, because now I have to deal with a Silent Magician, and my deck cannot get over a 3500 Silent Magician level 8. So I actually thought I had lost the duel, but then I top decked like a god, as you guys will see. And I also had to get a little bit lucky, and my bait had to work. So here's the bait, chat. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm talking to my stream because I've been streaming so much. Here's the bait, boys. I'm gonna summon my Batteryman Solar, send a Battery Charger to the grave that I'm gonna be able to bring back with, Battery Charger. The thing is, my battery charger is going to potentially be negated by Silent Magician. Immediately he goes Spellbook of Fate, and that's already a plus for me. I needed him to do exactly what he's doing. During the same chain, I activated my enemy controller, but I only used the effect to switch Silent Magician to defense mode because I'm trying to get him to negate the effect. That's the bait. The bait works, he activates Silent Magician's effect to negate my first econ, so I chain my second enemy controller, tributing the Batteryman Solar before it gets banished, and steal the Silent Magician. Now all I have to do is activate my battery charger, bring back the Batteryman charger that I sent to the grave, go for the beatdown and win the game. I mean, sure, I had to have the exact hand, my opponent had to play into my bait, but it felt really good. I thought it was a great bait and play into lethal in a situation that otherwise would have been pretty hard to get out of. That's so funny that I just addressed chat like I'm streaming. That means I've been streaming too much, and that's also a good thing. Going up against Mindscan, I don't remember what this deck was, so just go for the standard turn 1 play, Batteryman Charger in the grave. Destiny Hero, Drill Dark. Go ahead and activate my Forbidden Chalice in the damage step to destroy that. Go for the Tribute. Bring back another Solar, but unfortunately I play into a Treacherous Trap Hole, and that was very sad. Look at this man, look at the luck this man had. So he had Treacherous Trap Hole, and then there's 2 back row. Remember that. I top deck Batteryman Charger. Nothing I can do, so I'll just take the 1600 damage. And then I top deck my Batteryman Industrial Strength, and I'm hoping that I choose the right card, which was a Widespread Ruins. I feel like, you know, that was good. Good value. I destroy Celestial and the Widespread Ruins, and I decided to just go for game right now. There's only 1 back row. It wasn't activatable. I was like, if it's a Wall of D or something like that, I'll just have to deal with that. So I tribute my boss monster for a Batteryman Charger, so I can special summon a Solar and just try to go for game. Little did I know, this guy had a second Widespread Ruins, so I actually get very decent value by tributing my boss monster, because at least I get to keep 1 monster on the field. Otherwise I would have lost everything and dealt no damage. We're gonna see Destiny here, Decider. He goes for the attack. I use my enemy controller. We're gonna see the match change, so I have to use my second enemy controller that I was trying to save for some potential econ cheese. All I need to do is top deck a monster, which I do. We get a token, and this is where, you know, you could argue that maybe a skill like Ties That Bind would be better, because that would have given me lethal with the token. I just didn't have anything to buff my monsters with. So I'm still, you know, on my opponent's mercy. He could top deck and really kill me. That token almost cost me the whole game, because, you know, my opponent had piercing, but I pick up a battery charger, special summon a monster, and then we finally reach the scoop phase from Maximilian Pegasus. And then we got 2 more replays. Odeon. $24 deck. We're going second. I would have liked to go first, but I still go for this play. I search 2 Solar, and then I'll try to special summon the 3rd one with Microcell. Set my Super Rush, Torbus to Forbidden Realm. He adds a Lava Golem, so I know I'm dealing against some sort of, you know, burn shenanigan. Special summon my Solar, send a Microcell that you know is now dead in the deck. Go for the Tribute. Special summon my Industrial Strength. Once again, I go for the one closest to the deck. My chat was divided during the stream. Some were saying middle, some were saying close to the deck. I went closest to the deck. It turns out that was a half shot, and I chose wrong because he had the Wall of D. Now my opponent went for the lockdown here. He could have Lava Golem and, you know, gotten rid of 2 monsters, done all that stuff, but he saw that I had no attack on the field, so he just ends turn. Luckily for me, I have the Treacherous Trap Hole, so I can clear my own field. Special summon my second Industrial Strength and go for game. Nice and easy. And then for the last duel, we have another Silent Magician deck. And once again, I had to, you know, I had to play around the level 8 and bait out the 1 negation from Silent Magician. We're going second. And we have double battery charger, which is really good. So I decided to just set my microcell, so I can draw a card. If he destroys it, I can special summon my Batteryman Solar, start my mills, and then we see Silent Magician. So we're gonna send Batteryman Charger, and then I draw into Thunder Seahorse. And this is key, boys. I got the enemy controller once again. So we'll start with the bait, Battery Charger. I'm trying to get Silent Magician to negate it. He does. So now I can go for Battery Charger number 2, get a token, Econ take the token, and tribute the Silent Magician. I didn't think attacking was gonna be enough, and Silent Magician had already negated the spell, so there was no point in keeping Silent Magician. So I just went ahead and tribute summon my Battery Charger, played around the Wall of D. This time I could smell the Wall of D. Sure enough, there's the Wall of D. But I still hit him for, 1800. He gets a Silent Magician level 4. Tributes for Jinso. This man put a Jinso on the board, but he didn't know. He didn't know, boys. He didn't know that I'm the Jinso master. I know Jinso's weaknesses and strengths, so I will use his strengths against himself. I go ahead and switch this into defense mode. No point in summoning Thunder Seahorse. Set my Treacherous Trap Hole that cannot be activated because of Jinso. Wait until he sets another monster. I figured this was another Silent Magician, and he was gonna go for the Recruiter play. So as soon as he set that second monster, I used my Forbidden Chalice on Jinso. Now his effect is negated, so I can use my Treacherous Trap Hole. I clean the board. And now all that's left to do is for me to attack and hope that that's not a second Wall of Disruption in the back. I go ahead and thin my deck in case my opponent survives, so that my Industrial top deck is closer and closer. Go for the beatdown, and that's the game. Sorry, Jinso. It was sad that I had to destroy you, but I had to teach that man a lesson to never summon a Jinso on me. But that's gonna be it for this deck. Maybe I could even throw a Jinso in here since I'm only running the 1 trap. But the build worked worked pretty good. I don't know. Eventually, I might try to play with the other Batteryman monsters, the ones where they get effects by there being multiple of them in the deck, in the field. It just didn't really fit in this build, so that's why I went with what I did. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. There's also some merch that you can see right here if you guys are interested in some Jinso t-shirts. But that's it. Till next time.